السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
In the year 7 of Hijri also is good to mention Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad wa barik wa sallim. Year 7th of Hijri is the year of the first migration. The first migration of Muslims from Makkah migrated to Abisinia. Abyssinia is the land of Ethiopia today. That time was a big land. Abyssinia was Eritrea, Ethiopia, and Djibouti and some other countries, part of Sudan also. So a big country, kingdom. The king of Abyssinia, Arabs used to call Habsha. The king of Abyssinia was Najjashi. He was a Catholic Christian. He was a Christian, but we cannot say Catholic because Roman Catholic started very late after. So he was a Christian, very early Christianity, and believed strongly in that type of faith that they had that time. He welcomed the Muslims and he treated them very, very well. He was a very generous king and he provided them with food, clothes, and also a place where to sleep and stay. The first migration, the group was about 10 men and 4 women. And the leader of this group was Ja'far bin Abi Talib, the brother of Ali radiallahu anhu, the elder brother of Ali, Ja'far. The second migration happened 2 years later, and in that second migration were about 83 men and 60 women. So a larger group came after that. When the Muslims realized that Abyssinia is a good place, safety, and they welcomed the Muslims, so they also, the Prophet ﷺ gave them permission to migrate towards Abyssinia. When the first group reached in this place, the people of Makkah felt, disbelievers of Makkah of that time, the pagans, idol worshippers, they felt that this is a very big hurt towards them, that how they live in our city, and in one way they are disgracing us. So they sent a group towards the king Najjashi. They sent a group so Najjashi can bring them, can allow them to come back to Makkah. The leader of this group was Amr ibn al-As. Amr ibn al-As will become later on Muslim with Khalid bin Walid at the end year of before the Prophet ﷺ comes to Makkah to conquer Makkah. So very late they will become Muslims, but Amr ibn al-As will become one of the heroes of Islam and very popular Sahabi companion of the Prophet ﷺ. This time he is not a Muslim, he is being sent by pagans of Makkah to bring back this small group of Muslims that came to Abyssinia. He reached to the kingdom of Najjashi. He brings a lot of gifts to Najjashi, a lot of gold, silver, a lot of camel leather, because camel leather was very popular in Makkah and was leather
a specific sect or denomination. Muslims belong to various denominations, such as Sunni, Shia, and others. A small group might be a local representation of one of these. A group engaged in a particular activity. This could involve anything from a study circle to a charitable organization. A group with a shared cultural background.
When you talk, the dog's in.
yeah.
What you say, huh?
Give me that. I can
They're all right.
understand. Okay. Gemini, yeah? It's called Gemini. Gemini from Google. So Amr ibn al-As wanted to make happy Najjashi that we are good people, and these people, they run away from us, so give us back, give them to us back. Najjashi said, thank you very much for the gifts, but they are my guests. And when the guests come and they ask me for protection, so I need to protect them, and I gave them my promise. So Amr ibn al-As had a long friendship with Najjashi, so he thought that Najjashi easily would listen to him. But Najjashi was a good person. He said, let me hear what they say, what they have to say. So he calls the Muslims, and the Muslims come in, and their leader, Ja'far bin Abi Talib, who was a very educated person, very intelligent, he said to Najjashi that I will read first Quran, so you can understand what our religion is. And he recited the beginning of Surah Maryam. Surah Maryam starts, Kaf ha ya ayn sad dhikru rahmati rabbika abdahu Zakariya. The story of Zakaria alayhi salam starts at the beginning. Then the story of Maryam starts, and the birth of Isa alayhi salam. When Najjashi heard this, now Ja'far bin Abi Talib recited the Quran in Arabic. But they had one person who could translate from Arabic to their local language for Najjashi. So slowly the translator is translating. After Ja'far ended the recitation of the Quran, Najjashi said, the style of this reading, of this recitation is exactly the same style of the book of Musa alayhi salam and Isa alayhi salam. I don't see anything wrong with this message. Then he asked about Ja'far that what is the message of Islam in general, and he said the message of Islam is to believe in Allah, one, to believe the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and to be good to parents, to family ties, and to one another, and to be good to orphans, and help people in need. Pray Salah, fast Ramadan, fasting, a few things. But these were not obligation yet. It was just voluntary orders that people used to follow after the advice of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Ja'far bin Abi, then Amr ibn al-As said that but these Muslims do not believe in Jesus, in Isa as the Son of God. So he wanted to make a trap. Then Ja'far explained that we believe in Isa as the son of Maryam, not son of God. But he's the prophet of Allah, like every other prophet. And he came for the same message. قال إني عبد الله آتاني الكتاب وجعلني نبيا وجعلني مباركا أينما كنت وأوصاني بالصلاة والزكاة ما دمت حيا. This was the message of Isa alayhi salam. I am Abdullah, the servant of Allah. Allah has given me the book, and Allah has given me the guidance, and I am good to my mother, and I am good to everyone. And Allah has made my day that I was born a blessed day. So he explained that we respect Isa alayhi salam. He is the prophet of Allah. لا نفرق بين أحد من رسله. We do not make any difference between the prophets. We respect them all, love them all. And the final after Isa alayhi salam is Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Najjashi said to Amr ibn al-As, go back to Makkah. I'm not going to give you these people. They will be under my protection. And Amr ibn al-As comes back empty-handed. Najjashi stayed with the Muslims. He accepted Islam. He was very happy with the message of Islam. His people did not accept. He alone only accepted. But his people were kind to Muslims. They helped Muslims, they were kind, but they did not accept Islam. Najjashi alone accepted Islam. Later on, when Prophet ﷺ will be in Medina, Najjashi will pass away, and Najjashi never met the Prophet ﷺ, but Rasulullah ﷺ sent a letter to Najjashi by thanking him for keeping the Muslims safe, and also praying towards him. Najjashi took that letter, he kissed, and he kept with him that letter always. And he said, when I be buried, put me in my grave, this letter with me, this letter of a prophet. And Najjashi passed away. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam in Medina, he offered janazah prayer, unseen janazah prayer, meaning the janazah was not in front, was in Abisinia. The Prophet performed the janazah while janazah was not in front of the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. This is called janazah ghaib. And Prophet performed for Najjashi, in respect of Najjashi. So Najjashi becomes not a Sahabi, because he did not met physically the Prophet. He is a Tabi'een. He is the person who met the Sahaba. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us from the true believers. Amen.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على السلام حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله اللهم رب هذه الدعوة التامة والصلاة القائمة آت محمدا الوسيلة بالفضيلة وبعث مقاما محمودا للذي وعده يوم القيامة إنك لا تخلف الميعاد